third group representing Canada. They finished 7th in the World Championships for the last 2 years. They were 10th in the Olympic Games. Runners-up in Canadian Nationals this year. This is 20-year-old Jessica Dube and 22-year-old Bryce Davison. Bit of flamenco from them as Annie Baran watches on.
Side-by-side triple salchows, followed by double twist. That's what's for the start.
Lovely triple salchows. Lovely transition out of that. Textbook.
Like the flow, the attack and the speed over the ice.
Well done. Pristine, clean throw triple loop. Really difficult entry into that.
Love all the transitions from element to element. And again, superb transition, spin to spin. Just love the choreography in this routine.
Oh yes, that was excellent. Well, that's given the Canadian contingent here something to really shout about. They're having a good championship so far. Don't forget Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir in the ice dance, lying in second place there, which is a bit of a shock for everybody, but that was no shock really. A class act putting down a class performance.
So much to admire in the elements themselves, but what really stood out for me was the way one element flowed to the other, the transitions, and the way it was a whole piece was just super. That so often you see element, the skaters trying to get them in. It's become more sophisticated these days, but well done to David Wilson, Laura Nickel for putting that together.
It really was a beautiful program. Here's the triple salcho. Lovely timing.
And like you said,
on that.
It just then flowed into the next, into the twist. Only a double on it. But going into this lift, they built up so much speed. Great balance point. We saw them practicing it backstage.
Really good footwork from him, enabling them to keep the speed throughout the lift.
And here's the view from that camera.
Watch this. This is the throw triple loop, back outside edge. Just
beautiful,
gorgeous.
beautiful.
You've got to give that a top-class mark because she came out with the same speed as she went in. Fantastic.
And the step sequence, they were making sure in the detail that there was a high content mark. I don't know if there was a little two-footed there. I didn't spot it when they did it. But this was a spin. They came apart. He stayed on the 1 foot, changed the rotation and went back into it. So there was no foot down in order to change the way the spin worked. Makes it more difficult to do. Have to get the timing right. He made it look easy.
Yeah, change of direction on the spin, it's so difficult.
And the combination spin too. Most of it was perfectly aligned, just slightly out. The skaters trying so hard on the change of edges, build up the technical score.
Well, we loved it. Let's hope the judges did as well. Remember, 72 is the target. This is a good score. That's going to be 68.66. By far and away the best score that they've had this season, and that will put them shooting into second place. Not that far off the leaders. Look at that, 68.66. They slot in behind Savchenko and Solkovi, ahead of Volozhazar and Morozov of the Ukraine.